We are now pleased to present the Ram of Phrixus.
Hark now, muses of beauty and song, grant men rich harmony filled with sweet melody. Give us the strength now to bear forth rich fruit. Show mortals the past where the future has roots. Lift off the veil so the tale may be told of the days when great gods helped the heroes of old. Praise now, Calliope, muse of humanity's heart. Weave images now from the loftiest of arts.
To you, Peleus, I willingly bestow the throne, if you will relinquish it to my dark-haired son when he is full grown. For he is the rightful heir, and the crown he should wear. Give me your word to honor the rites, and I will give you the royal scepter by the fall of night.
I give you my word, Aeson. Should the oath be broken to Hades' realm, Hermes should give me a bronze token. The crown will pass to he who is just. I will carry out your last command.
Get up. You've lost the throne.
And then drive your vile son from this land. Get rid of his Achaean son. Shroud your actions in mystery. Make sure he never learns of his regal history. Feed him to the Minotaur on the Isle of Crete, or send him to a volcanic island, Thera, in the Aegean Sea. Either of those would prove sufficient to me.
Peleus, what you decree shall be. When Saturn rises in the crab sign, your diabolic scheme will begin to unwind. The boy will be impossible to find.
I will consult the oracle before dawn, since the child will then be gone. From it I shall hear if there is anyone I must fear. With such knowledge, I can pursue my selfish interests. Let me offer up sandalwood and hear what no other should. O great priestess, tell me whether there is anyone in my way of ruling this great land.
Beware the one who would enter with and without a sandal.
Are these nonsense words my ears do twist, or should I now burn saffron and sweet licorice? I ask again with full intent, what, O oracle, is hereby meant?
You dare ask the oracle the same question twice? You will now pay double the price. Beware the one who would enter with and without a sandal. Now go away without delay, for I have told you what you must now pay.
What was said makes little sense to me. There is nothing to fear, so let all the people hear. The reign of Peleus is now patently clear.
Winged Hermes, Queen Nephele has been afraid for her children and beseeches your aid. She has been sacrificing to me on many nights and prays frequently in Eos's early morning light. To her, therefore, I wish to gift a royal charm, a magical ram to protect her children from evil and harm.
With alacrity, mighty Zeus, I have sent the golden ram, that godly gift created from your divine hand. You should note that the children mounted that flying beast, held tight as it flew out from the east. The last not heed the words of the wise, and plummeted to meet a watery demise. Helle released her grip, and screamed in jest, and now resides in Poseidon's coral-carved nest. Her brother, Phrixus, fared best. He landed safe and built a temple due west. The lad's heart rejoiced as he sacrificed the ram to us in reverent thanks. Now the golden fleece hangs on a branch that is ever guarded by a dragon on a desolate ranch. Is there someone here?
I don't think so. Now where was I? Oh yes, and only he who earns the right will dust destiny allowed to pass the dragon's deadly sight.
What's all this about? If I didn't have this nosy trait, I'd be able to stand by and patiently wait. In order to find out about what these two silently conferred, perhaps I should raise a queenly demur. Nah, I'll just be dramatic and storm out in a raging furor. I want to know what is going on around here. Ugh!
I've cared for this boy since he was a screaming tot, and simply would not let him rot. To you, great teacher of Achilles, I have brought this boy. Though I know not how I found your home, I plead with you to help him until he has grown.
You bring me one quite noble. I can tell this from his bearing. For one of such royal birth. Iobos, what is the reason for the rags he is wearing? Torn and tattered, smudged with dirt. This illusion conceals his true worth. Be truthful now. Leave us now and forget this place. I will instruct the boy so that he might have a bit of grace.
The child might need this.
You have much to learn. When you pick up the staff, strike at me well. Perhaps one day you will have the last laugh. Now pick up the trowel and clear the dell. Hard work prepares one very well. I'm only 4! You have much to learn. When you pick up the staff, strike at me well. Perhaps one day you will have the last laugh. Now pick up the trowel and clear the dell. Hard work prepares one very well.
And that's how you treat a 12-year-old?
Master, I cannot find your regular staff. I hope this new staff will suffice.
I see you have a new staff, dear teacher.
Yes. Now pick up yours and strike at me well. Perhaps one day you will have the last laugh. It is time. Take this leopard skin that you have earned. Wear it back to your homeland, where you must now return. Vanquish your evil foes.
But what do you mean, O warden of truth? What you utter I can barely glean.
Jason, you are a king. Now you must leave this land you love. Now go take your right place among the many kings and queens that this land has always seen. Though some may wish to walk your way, persist and then you'll seize the day. Though some may wish to walk your way, persist and then you'll seize the day. Now go, dear boy, dear king, I now sing. I shall, with your blessing then, take my leave, and return to where my kin undoubtedly grieve. They know not an air still breeze that should wear the golden olive wreath. The fates place before me a lofty ceiling, yet I must reach towards it regardless of personal feelings. I will free my father's people and not waste a day. So I must leave this sacred place without delay. Call for my faithful double-edged sword. It is time to cross the legendary fjord. Andio.
Andio. The staff slipped, and so he won. The fates had decreed this time, but his training was not completely done. Enthusiastic and brave, just like a foal, but a tad of dark coal burns dimly in his soul. Only he can now save himself.
There it is, the rushing foam. I'll cross it easily and return to my home. Let me recall my earliest lessons. Ah yes, when the tide is low, that is when I shall go.
Youth so bold, beware, the river is cold, its current is fast. One wrong step and you review your life that's past. Yet I beg you, carry me in tow, help me cross the frightful Norse, even if the winds aren't slow.
Old woman, for one so needy and frail, willingly I shall move like a snail. Hold on to my back. Surely you weigh not more than an olive-filled sack.
My disguise is keen, for he sees not my godly means. Brave sir, I cannot forswear with great ease my body you can bear. I will repay you somehow, should we touch dry land as a pair.
Then let us cross now. The crest has waned. We should both go before our strength drains.
You have dared to cross this watery plains, for Poseidon drowns those who merely seek after fame.
I seek what is rightfully mine, but must I suffer Atlas's fate? You seem to be gaining substantial weight. The water is rising, and you force me under. I must keep trying, or the waves will tear us asunder. Hold tight. I struggle to win this fight. Only with cosmic aid have we made it to the shore. The river has been crossed with little gore. The muddy depths were just like molasses stew. Thankfully, the only loss has been my darned left shoe. With barefoot I shall walk, odd as it seems, and seek my uncle to have a serious talk.
May the gods grant your very wish for faring across this fragile old fish. Fare thee well. Little does he realize I, Hera, was in disguise. For his kindness of heart, I shall look after him with my magical art. Let me view when our chance spies as Jason makes his way through Peleus' briars.
Have some beef, have some ale. Let my servants feed you fresh cooked quail. As you sup and fill your cup, let us have Terpsichore's kin amuse us with dance and spins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supana, Alehana, Supana, Andrepseme, Supana, Alehana, Supana, Andrepseme. Ah, how could life ever be bad? And here comes my servant with a smelly lad.
Your Highness, this ghoulish young man has crashed through the east wing and says he is the land's only true king.
Pew. Well, maybe you should first explain your version of regal wear, as well as your naughty, unkempt, greasy hair.
The land of Iolcus is mine, in fact. You know this, since it was my father's deathbed pact. I did not die when carried from here by your slave, but was nurtured in the confines of a centaur's marble cave. Now I seek the crown to bear, and lead my people with earnest care.
If someone sought your throne, what would you have them do?
The Ram of Phrixus has been slain. Bring it to me and prove yourself worthy of the throne.
I would say, the Ram of Phrixus has been slain. Bring it to me and prove yourself worthy of the throne.
Ha! You seem in good health and surely the most adventurous of lads. Bring me the golden fleece, and the ownership of this kingdom I shall release. To Colchis sail, and do not return without it, or you shall rot in a jail. The ghost of Phrixus haunts me well, and if you succeed, its sound shall be quelled.
Colchis and the golden sheep. For an adventure like that, I will gladly forsake some sleep. But how could I have uttered such words, knowing nothing of a golden ram?
He knows not that all have failed, having met their fate with deadly wails. Let Jason try his best to win, but in the end, only I shall grin.
Heracles, victor of the 12 labors, I deliver word from the great ship, Argo. 50 of the finest heroes will row in search of the golden fleece.
Swift-footed Atalanta, maiden of speed, never has a ship been made for such a deed. Never have so many heroes gathered in one place.
'Tis true, and the whole crew's meeting over at Jason's for a pot of stew. By Eos' gentle morning light, the Argonauts will sail far from the village of Naupleo's sight.
You maidens shall dare this trip. Will you be able to row with a good firm grip?
Heracles, would you like a big fat lip? You know my skills that no man could beat. Would you like to race me with your 2 left feet? When I assert my might, I can give the best of men a memorable fight. Perhaps you've also forgotten my skill with the bow. But let us dawdle no more. Advise the others to arrive early at the Argo, so it may promptly depart this peaceful shore.
I trust I have not offended thee. A good mate you'll be, and a true asset on a dangerous trek, though we must pray to Zeus will not end in a shipwreck.
Anvio. Women are equally as capable as men. I find my encounters with Heracles always bring this to mind.
Where will we sail first? I heard that an oracle spoke, and Jason from a restless sleep awoke. From a fragrant smoke a voice then choked. Listen to those who can assist your task. It is important to collaborate, and in glory you shall bask. Having heard the gods' decree, Jason to young Tiphys did go to sea. Knowing that waves would war against the proud, Tiphys suggested sacrificing a cow. Then he advised Jason to sail to a blind old sage, one who had been exiled to a remote island cage. For if Jason is granted helpful worthy advice, it would be much better than if he tried to make decisions by simply trying to roll snake eyes with dice.
Orpheus, I heard that Phineus the blind, a sage quite bold, made the gods mad, their hearts icy and cold.
Aye, his highly accurate prophetic gifts did prove him ill, for the gods blinded him for having those outstanding skills. He made very few errors, which one of the gods felt elevated him to deity, a glory not to be shared. Another thought he was not grateful in his prayers. When the gods have spoken through word or deed, we must stop and take heed. I recall my own wife's ill-conceived ideas. Oh, Eurydice, Eurydice! Alas, she is now gone, forever into the realm of shade. Ah, here comes Jason from the eastern bay.
Before this ship flows into the water's sunlit path, you must offer a sacrifice to Apollo to mitigate any possible wrath. Apollo, to you I sing these words of praise. May the sunlight rise and give us strength today. Let us cast a javelin with your grace, and it shall find its mark, like music finds the soul, and the fiery discus spins and spins when raised in light of you. For you it shines. Bless all those who do now try their best. They will then honor you. May our ship, like a javelin, find its mark, and like a discus fly more intensely than a lark. Bravest of heroes, hear me, we will set out to sea. With the mightiest of heroes on board, I purposely strike this fretted chord.
Yes!
Through the foggy night,
Let us seek to avoid the trident's torrential might. And into that prow I place a fortuitous bough. Zeus's oak at Dodona is rare, and a branch may serve this use so fair. May Orpheus's magical music guide their way, and lead them home against the ship doth stray. Let the Argo now leave this bay, and sail with speed to Phineus the Grey. As long as his heart stays pure, Thanatos and Hades' realm shall remain immured.
Before my eyes I see solid earth. Petition the king once the ship has berthed. For I seek to have counsel with the bearded one of royal girth. Lead me to the palace in greatest haste, for I wish to speak with Phineus face to face.
Of little help are the townsmen here. They hold their breath in constant fear. Phineus's name alone makes them shiver. His wizened form reminds them of Prometheus's liver. I also found they are apprehensive of a stranger seeking the sage's counsel, for soothsayer once predicted it.
Heracles, you and Theseus stand guard the ship. Zetes and Callias will join me on this potentially perilous trip. Scion of Boreas, grab your swords. Your father of the north wind would not be proud if you were idle and lay around and snored. Typhus, you come too.
From this port we shall escort you to the king. We will lead you through a rose-strewn path. And defend you in case there is scornful wrath. With sight that is keen and quite adept, look, we've already arrived at His Majesty's steps.
Behold what we find! He is both cowering and blind. Let us seek succor elsewhere.
I know why you have come. You seek advice and heavenly clues. So please stay and have some lamb stew. But you must first behold the price that I pay to give advice. Please join me at the midday meal. The agonizing time is now, I dreadfully feel. Be seated, noble guests, and we will see whether you deserve a bequest. Ah, here comes the fresh meal. Please sit down to eat, and I will join you after a few sheep bleat.
A toast to our host, the wise Phineus.
Hear, hear! This food is so good. How could anything ever go wrong?
Greed of godly knowledge haunts this king. Let godly power snares the holder of the royal ring. Seize his food, let him rot. Curse the table of this sot. Counsel with the gods is a privileged state, and this sage has met an unjust fate. He strives to correct the error of his ways, and it is known that a god's anger has taken Phineus from his deserved path. Be gone, you ugly birds! Your cruelty to others perpetuates your own evil fate, driven as you were from Zeus's lofty gates. You think that we shall cower? Never shall we hinder Phineus's power. His special light is dim, as long as lamb and fat are denied him. Children of Boreas, let us air! Blow like storms, track down the harpies and seize them by the hair!
With the gift of her father, the noble north wind, we shall chase the harpies and clip off their scaly wings.
With sword in hand, let us pursue them into Akhenaten's land.
Phineus, now answer me this. The clashing islands of the Symplegades are shrouded in mist. Is there a way in which the Argo can sail through them and not become grist? For I have heard that the moving rocks demolish anything that are not timed like sand clocks.
To coaches it seems the only way, but all who have tried have been ground to fillets.
There is only one way to know whether you have chosen a safe course. But if it should fail, you must forsake trying to use any brute force. When you approach the Petrus lands, have a pigeon released from noble hands. Should the bird fail to fly through the rocks and complete its mission, the ship must be reversed to change its position. Shout that to your first mate. If the fowl returns uncut, you will know the isle can be passed before the boulders snap shut.
To pass through Poseidon's foggy arms is a grave task, and doom approaches any sailor who foolishly thinks that he has learned all of his lessons in the past. Add to that the island's gnashing teeth, and pity the ship that strikes the razor-like reef. Well, I thank you for the prophecy, and have little choice but to accept this challenge from the ruler of the sea. At such an ominous sight the brave might cower, but we will wait for the propitious hour. Tiphys, let loose our winged bait, and if it returns unharmed, we may prevent arriving first at death's gate.
Its flight is hard to see, Poseidon's fog's as thick as glue. The rocks are moving mercilessly, trying to destroy that innocent bird that just flew through.
Look, now it returns by the same treacherous trail. But I see it has only lost a few great feathers from its tail.
Then we must row with all our power. While the rocks are widening, this is our hour. Order the others to quicken the pace, and then we must hope for a bit of Athena's grace. They see me not, those mortal men. If I were to turn this trident upside down, their ship would capsize, only later to be dredged onto my brother's ground. But I see my niece has marked a sign, for a branch from Dodona lies hidden inside. It radiates a powerful light, admonishing all who have a special kind of sight. So I shall let these brave seafarers go, but test their mettle and see how they row.
The rocks try to subjugate our will. The waves are striking with the power to kill. The fog is louder, yet we must hold our way. We shall be lost if our oars now sway. Row, men, row!
The stern has been clipped by those jagged cliffs, yet we have not lost our intention or grip. Withstanding the lightning and powerful gales, to Emerald Colchis we will now sail. By the end of this night, we shall see darkness give way to the glory of light.
Heracles, let us have a contest. Let's see who first needs a rest. Row on!
Row on, Jason. Ah, mine broke.
Victory!
Look, the boat sails round and round, forging through the waves until it lands on solid ground. There on the beach your crew drops away, an air made of iron from a blacksmith's gate. Little do they know the king disdains guests. He will fume with rage when told of their quest.
give you what you seek. However, first prove you are the finest of Greeks. Twixt dawn and dusk, you must harness my fire-breathing bulls, which have saber-toothed tusks. Then plow a field and sow it with the dragon's magical teeth. If you succeed, to you the fleece I shall bequeath. But if you fail, your crew's tongues will be cut and placed in a pail. A blade will lop off your hands, and you will be placed on a raft and banished from this land.
Medea, a supreme sorceress, is the only one who can save Jason's life.
Hermes!
Oh, where is he? I thought he was supposed to be the fastest of the gods. There you are. Hermes, with record speed, tell Lockville's arrows to put an end to this possible strife. Have arrows cast an arrow into the witch's heart. Jason will be mercifully helped by that soul-binding dart.
Yes, O Queen. With haste I shall fly my winged sandals and deliver your imperial command.
Never have I seen one so handsome. I must do whatever it takes to help save him from the cruel fate my ill-tempered father has planned. Aeetes knows that no man alive could ever withstand the searing heat from the bull's nostrils. To goddess Hecate's temple I must go, but appearing calm. Then I must secretly supply Jason with an enchanted balm. When I return, though I may feel familial shame, I shall pledge my aid and give my love a potion to stave off the bovine's deadly flame. Father, it is time for me to visit the temple. I shall be back soon. My goodness, child! Are you blind? Be on your way, but do not lose your mind. Watch where you are going.
Hera, you should know that love is woven from deeds of the heart, not from spells on the mind. Tragedy will lie in wait because of your interference in this human's fate. Every god does these things, and every man is led to his destiny by Moira's wings.
Will you accept my challenge?
I leave now for a good night's sleep, and return at dawn to earn my keep.
If you win, stranger, I shall offer a meal. But if you lose, you'll not likely eat, since with that kind, dining would prove to be your greatest feat.
If you don't mind, I'll take my leave to prepare my crew lest I need to grieve.
Little does the fool know there isn't a man alive who could survive that task. Prepare a banquet, there is bountiful joy in which I can bask. By the next moonrise, we shall hear Jason's tortured cries. He shall die soon, die before dawn. This I promise you. May the fates hear. This I guarantee.
You, what are you doing on this cypress-covered path? If your father knew, he'd be filled with insufferable wrath.
With Hecate's spells, I've concocted a potion to keep you well. If you bathe your body, shield and spear in this special buckthorn mist, you shall be invulnerable to the bull's fire-breathing lips.
May my words resound to mighty Hera on high. If I survive, I shall make you my queen, Medea, until the day I die. I profess that, should I break the sacred bond, Hades should rob me of my life's fruits with the touch of a heavenly wand.
heavens above, Jason, in spite of the fact that gods are puzzled by mortal love. The bulls bellowed sulphurous belches, feeling fiery flames. They snorted and sneezed, chewed and spewed, snickered and bickered, spit and yet sputtered, chomped and discharged a smoke-filled smog. Invincible was Jason whom Medea had saved. Her potion was strong and nothing went wrong. Pharaohs were dug in Aeetes' tract. Dragon's teeth were planted and Jason was attacked. For the teeth turned to bones and soldiers did rise. Out from the earth they swarmed like a legion of flies. Warriors shouted the worst death cries. But Medea, still smitten, that witch of the moon, tossed Jason a magical rune. When he flung it, it struck its mark. One of the soldiers felt the blow, blamed his comrade, and the feud did grow. All were in a row quite soon, and within a few hours no warriors were left. Just Jason and Medea, a symbol of great power. Now in haste to make way for the fleece, because I know that my father will not voluntarily grant you a release. If you delay, he will hunt you down, and having aided you, upon me he will display his vengeful frown. Take this potion and blow the fumes into the dragon's eyes, and soon they will close as it deeply sighs. Take Orpheus with you to play a tune. The heavenly melody will lull to sleep this scaly goon. Go by night under Hecate's stealthy gaze. Get it done before dawn opens her eyes. By then, Aeetes will have sent out all his men, seeking to kill us if they can. They will search for you and me, not resting until our very lives we plead. Do not think our liberty will be gained. Aeetes will make sure we drown under a royal seine.
Medea, let us leave this awful place and return with the mark of the goddess Nike to Peleus' frowning face. For the throne in Iolcus is mine, in fact. Peleus must now abide by his witness promised pact.
And so all appears well, with Athena and Hera's help. Along with the sorceress, Jason's victory has now come. As the goddess of victory, I leave all this behind, seeking others who try to do that which they think is right. Oh, hold my hand and take me for your wife, for I have preserved your very life. The Argo now waits for us to leave. Let me grab you by the arm and hold tight to a sleeve. For I've done some deeds my father will never forgive, and even some gods might question whether I should live. Together our destiny shall ever weave, including the day when one of us grieves.
Nothing you have done, my dear, should create the least bit of fear. Lest there is something I know not, we will be happier once we leave this lot.
I killed...
What? Get away, you poisonous wretch! You are not an honorable catch! I must find someone more fitting, and don't try to come near me. I'm not kidding.
Oh! No! I did this for you, and now I will wail. I curse you, Jason! May you die alone by yourself! Am I crazy? Tell me. been since the Argo docked here. Tragedy has befallen me since I betrayed godly ears. A broken, sacred vow must not be taken lightly, for consequences fall that humble even the mighty. Here I am with memory, allow me to reminisce, by shutting my eyes and making a paltry little wish.
There he is in perpetual sleep. Though his earthly life has been cut short by Atropos, his fame shall live for eternity. For even the greatest of heroes can have their faults and make mistakes. Yet truly, it is in their striving that greatness truly lives, and even we gods respect that.